Hey, what's going on, guys? Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Hope everyone enjoyed these games this past week. I know I sure did. A lot of exciting games all over the country. Big rivalry games everywhere. Really enjoyed this past week of football. But it just kills me that all we got left is SEC championship game and the bowl games. That's what always kills me about football, college football anyway. That season's here and then it seems like in a moment it's gone. And I love it while it's here, but I just hate that long ass off season, man. But anyways, Tennessee and Kentucky yesterday. This was a lot riding on the line yesterday for Tennessee. We knew this game for a lot of reasons. Of course, the bowl game had to win to make a bowl game. Of course, the 25 game winning streak against Kentucky. Senior day in Knoxville, a lot on the line for this game, and for Kentucky, they came in and I was really surprised. They matched our intensity early on. You could tell that whenever they came out in the first half and even in the second half, they were fired up. You could tell. So hats off to those guys. They came out, took advantage of a missed field goal, we should have got, and marched down the field, scored a touchdown. And what really surprised me about this game is how well their run defense was playing early on. I thought Torrin Poole would have a big game against these guys. They were last in the SEC in rushing defense, but they came in and they were just stoning us early on. We were able to pick it up a little bit in the second half, but that first half they were just stacking it against us and we couldn't get anywhere going. But they get the ball back after they score a touchdown, march it down the field again, and we're able to get a fumble. We pick up a fumble in the end zone, and from that point on, can you say Denarius Moore? And how about Demo this year? What a season this guy's had. It's kind of amazing to think about that he's the only receiver in UT history of all the great receivers we had. He's the only one with 2 games with over 200 receiving yards in a career. And what's crazy to think about is that both these games happen in a month, in less than a month, really. So I'm sure that guy's draft status is going through the roof now. He might get up to an early round. You never know. But anyways, we went into halftime with a 14-7 lead, and the second half starts, and Kentucky marches down the field again. Their offense was able to move the ball on us, and they tied up. But it was 14-14 in the end of the third quarter almost, and our defense just took over after Kentucky tied it up. Our defense just they played very well in that second half after that touchdown, especially in the fourth quarter, and it was very encouraging to see. And that's you got to give it to this defense, man. I mean, they gave up a lot of points in some games earlier on this year, but this month of November we haven't allowed anybody. In these last 4 wins in a row, we hadn't allowed more than 14 to anybody. And as I said, Kentucky is able to move the ball. They had 390 yards, but they only scored 14 points. So that was huge. And we've won all games this month by 10 points. So that's quite a turnaround, guys. Not just an emerging offense, but our defense has been playing better too, if you ask me. But we were able to get our 6th win. We're going bowling. Looks like we're going to the Music City Bowl. Very excited about this. That we have one more game for these seniors. A possibility to make it 5 in a row to end the season. What a boost that would be for recruiting. Also, another month of practice. That's huge for this young team that we have. To have that, and a special treat for these seniors because after all they went through with the 3 different head coaches, with the poor handling of the Fulmer situation, with Lane Kiffin's whole ordeal, and the 2-6 start this year. These guys have seen it all, and this month of November is just a tribute to them, to their work ethic and just their attitude, how they're able to turn this thing around. And if it wasn't for the seniors that we've had, that had never been possible. But to all the seniors playing their last game in Neyland Stadium this past week, thank you all. You are what it means to be Tennessee Volunteers, and as fans, we thank you for all that you've done. I want to talk a little bit about one guy that I don't think I've even talked about this guy all year, and I'm not sure if I've heard that much about him on here, but Gerald Williams, man, thank you. Gerald Williams. I mean, it seems like it was forever ago when he signed with us. He might be around the same age as I am. I'd have to look that up. But it seemed like forever ago when he signed for us, and it's just been an adventure getting that guy to get here, and not because of academics or anything, but just some unfortunate things, you know, and it looked like for a long time that we were never going to get to see him play, and we finally get him in here. He switched. We had flip-flopped in positions so many times. He's playing linebacker, defensive end early on this season, and now he's been playing a lot of D tackle because we've had so many. You know, we're so short and so thin on defensive tackle, and you know, that guy's just answered the bell. He's answered the call for us all year. Had a big game against Vandy, blocked field goal and returned interception that was called back, but still a big game. And he's had a great season. So thank you, Gerald Williams. Good luck to you in your future. I'm glad to see that you got in here and got through with it. And you know, thanks a lot, man, and to all the seniors. Thank you very much. But of course, 26 in a row in Kentucky. It feels great to be going to a bowl game. Looks like we'll be playing possibly Clemson, possibly North Carolina, Georgia Tech. I've heard several different teams thrown out there, but it looks like we're going to the Music City Bowl, and very fired up about this. Can't wait for this bowl game, and wow, I'm glad that we got to it. But just one more thing while I'm on here. Of course, Vols basketball, we were able to win the preseason NIT versus Villanova. I think the final score was 77-67. We were able to win by double digits against a top 10 Big East team. And won the preseason NIT, so that is huge early on for the season. Our defense is incredible for our basketball team, and just a quick shout out to Rondo, Guitar Dude, and a couple other guys I've seen on here. Check these guys out. They're making videos for the basketball team. If you're a fan of Vols basketball, check them out and check out their latest videos. I'm sure you'll love it. And while I'm on here, just one more thing to say to the Blue Tick Bullies, and of course all the Vol fans everywhere. So here we go, boys. It's great to be a Tennessee Vol. I said it's great to be a Tennessee Vol. I said it's great to be a Tennessee Vol. See you boys later. Let's go Vols.